Okay, so this is my attempt at doing a coffered ceiling or removable ceiling basement. You can kind of see here, I've cut 2x4s going this way, and then I cut one by sixes going this way, and now I'm sliding my drywall in, and those will be able to slide back and forth, kind of. So you can see kind of here, right here, where I've got one that's like halfway. You can kind of see where it'll slide back and forth in between the 2x4s. I saw this on some other posts people were doing. There wasn't a lot of good pictures of it, so I wanted to take a little video just so you can see. I made a plan to kind of lay it out. You can kind of see I made my spacing. One thing would recommend after doing this once, I did this once before, is to make a space here and move your 2x4 over so that you're centered. So like I did it a little differently in this other room. You can kind of see over here when I did this one. I just put boards and then I put like whichever way, and I don't think that was as good. It wasn't bad, but I ended up having a couple things to remember. One is I didn't end up quite in the right spot. I should have had that board over a little bit so that I would have a space to slide my piece in here. But that's okay. I'll just put a 2x1, 1x2 there. And then also the other thing to know is like when you're doing the drywall, it ends up kind of concaving out here. So that like ends up kind of screwing up your square of the room. So what I did was I just kind of cut into the wall a little bit to try to make it more square because I wanted it as square as possible. So you can kind of see they slide. And then over here, I'm going to have 1x6s in between. Once I get all my drywall paint, I got to take my drywall, cut them, and then I'll slide them in, and then I'll paint them first, and then I'll put them up, and then I'll finish out these, because once I finish out these, I won't be able to get the drywall back down. So I've been using finish nails, and I've also been gluing, using construction adhesive. So that really helps, I think, make it stronger. I put in a can. I'm going to put in a fan right here, right? So I put it in the middle. I just drilled right in the center. I think the most important thing is finding the center of the room and then kind of spacing out and then just measuring in between. I'm a little off on two of these, but I did a lot better than the other room. But you still can't tell because in the other room, because I just moved my 1x6s to just adjust. So the nice thing about using the 1x6 is, your 2x4 is 1.5 inches wide, so you ended up with like 2 inches on each side of coverage. So as long as you get the drywall within that range, of the 2 inches on each side, they gives you like 4 inches of adjustment, So just don't, the thing is to not make it too tight, and then that way you can slide it back and forth and just make sure everything's up. I got to finish cleaning up this so everything's nice and tight and up, and then I'll be done. So really excited about it. It's worked out really well. Like I said, I put my 2x4s up first, and then I put my 1x6s I measured in between, make sure they're even all the way across. Spacing, getting the middle of the room is the most important part of this, So doing that first. So if you guys all enjoy it, and like I said, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And it didn't take very long either. Oh, one of the things I did over here is I finished, instead of wrapping around some weird shape, I ended up just finishing the drywall here so that it's just so I have a perfectly rectangular room. I'm a little off. You can see I was a little angular, but just try to make it as square as you can. I think that's the trick to it, So anyways, good luck, everyone.